Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Tigard Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, September 18th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you as I always do. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. So I show we had 46 new properties come on the market in Tigard this last week, which you can kind of see as a high here for weekly listings over the past 8 weeks. And then likewise, the total number of listings as of the end of the week came in at 189, which is again is a high for the 8 weeks and up about 21 listings from the week prior. Median list price and days on market for the actives, that has been increasing over the 8 weeks. So we had a low of 635 here to begin with and ended at 675, which was the high over the 8 weeks here this past week. Days on market, low of 23, high of 33 this last week, dipped back down to 26 days of average market time. A lot of that's because of the larger number of new listings that came on this last week, brought that number back down. Moving along to pending sales activity. So I show last week in Tigard, we had 25 homes go pending. And you can kind of see that's been fairly steady here over the past 8 weeks. It dipped a little bit a couple weeks ago, but for the most part in the mid-20s or so per week is what has been going pending. We have in total, though, we have been losing pendings. We were at 160 about 3 weeks straight to begin with, and you can kind of see it's kind of fallen off from there. So this last week kind of came in at 129 homes in pending status, and then the median price days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see where that's tracked. We were right around 600,000 for quite a while, about 5-6 weeks straight, and then this past 2 weeks has popped up to 625, where it remained this past week. And then days on market had a low of 10, and you can see it's been increasing over the 8 weeks here, hitting 23 days of average market time this last week for these 129 homes that are currently in pending status. And then lastly here, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this together, I show we had 28 homes go from pending to sold in Tigard this last week. And you can kind of see that's been fairly steady in the 20s for the most part every week. And then when I look on a 4-week look back basis, that's been pretty steady as well. So this last week I show we had 109 homes that have sold over the prior 4 weeks, and you can kind of see that we had a low of 106, a high of 119. So pretty tight range here, pretty steady, I should say. And then median sold price and days on market for the solds, that has been coming down in terms of the price. We had a high of 650 8 weeks back, and you can kind of see that that's kind of just continued to fall throughout the 8 weeks. This last week came in at 585,000, down 5,000 from the prior week. And then as far as the days on market, that's kind of gone the other way. It's been increasing. So we had a low of 6 to begin with, and then into this past week at 12. So 12 days of average market time for these 109 sold over the prior 4 weeks. And then finally, we'll look at weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So red bars is the weeks of inventory. You can kind of see we had a low of 5 here about 3 weeks back. And this past 2 weeks has been moving up. So we had 6 weeks 2 weeks ago, and this last week we hit close to 7 weeks. So a combination of higher inventory and somewhat kind of consistent sales activity has driven this number up. I would anticipate this probably is going to continue to rise, as you saw that the number of pendings has been coming down over the prior 8 weeks here. So just about currently 7 weeks of inventory. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, you can kind of see where that kind of peaked at a little over 100% about a month ago, and this past 3 weeks has been falling. This last week came in at just a little over 98% of asking price on average. So so definitely things are moderating, cooling down here a bit. 7 weeks of inventory though is still in my mind very much kind of a seller's market. But with prices kind of starting to fall and things kind of selling for under asking price, definitely becoming a bit more of a I don't know if I call it a balanced market yet, but buyers are definitely gaining some ground here, based upon the trends here. So hope this weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. And if I can answer any questions or be of any help, don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel and allow you to follow along on what's happening on a weekly basis in your local real estate market. So as always, I really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic day and week ahead. So thanks.